Hello and welcome to Free From Sin channel. My name's Michael and I'm with the lovely Laurie Chakor, my bestest friend and compatriot and all sorts of things actually. But yes, we just wanted to introduce ourselves and talk about this channel that we created. It's created by Gideon Sampson, who is my brother, the soul brother, and just all-round amazing guy. He's from Ghana, and spiritually, we've all gone through many challenges and many sort of lessons to get to where we are now. And me and little Laurie over there, we had a amazing encounter where we met at a march in London, didn't we, Laurie?
Yeah, the Freedom March.
The Freedom March, exactly. And amazingly, we were both, I think, like disillusioned with the world and the things that are happening and the pandemic. And that was kind of like the kickstart of things, was like the pandemic to seeing how serious things were and, you know, the kind of inhumanity that was existing in the world and how the lack of support people were having, the, you know, everything to do with the vaccines and stuff like that. So we was constantly, you know, fighting that corner, trying to raise awareness of that. And I met Laurie and she glowed. She was dressed in yellow hair, sparkling. And I was meant to meet another friend there, called Gel. And then I saw Laurie, and then she just glowed. She was just like, there's an aura. And I've never felt that way about anyone, ever. And I was like, I know you. I really know you. I feel like I know you from somewhere. And I couldn't shake it. And it was so cool. Do you remember that day as well, Laurie?
Yeah, I do. I saw you walking through because you stand above everyone. When you're so tall, I saw this guy coming up to me, and I was like, "Oh!" And when you said, "I know you," and I thought, "Do you?"
I'm a weirdo.
Yeah. No, I didn't think you was a weirdo. I was just like, "Where did I meet you?"
Yeah.
You know, I was like, interesting.
It was so cool. And it's just funny because I remember it was a really important march as well. I remember I had lots of interactions. I met so many people, but when we were walking, along Piccadilly Street, or I think it was at the time, and or Bond Street or wherever it was, and I was like, oh, I really want to. And I was meant to meet people, and I wanted to stay with you. I think I was like, oh, I really want to stay with that lady, the lady that shines like the sun. And then we somehow lost each other. And then I was like, oh no, shit, what's happened to her? She's gone. And then that was it. And then we didn't. I can't remember how we sort of got back in touch or whatever.
With you, when I met you, you told me that you've got a group, a spiritual group. Is this something I'm interested in? And then I think I shared with what I do, what I'm passionate about, what I do for a living, and what's my kind of purpose in life. And that's how you ended up with my number. I said, yeah, sure, let's join the group, because I think our hearts was both on the same page as like we want to help humanity. You know, seeking the truth. I think for me, I'm a truth seeker, number one. That's what got me on the march, and wanted to know more about spiritual aspects, what's the truth in every single area of my life, whether it be food, whether it be the creator, whether it be relationships. I mean, like, why are we here? So I think we had that mutual understanding of each other, it was nice to have like a real deep, meaningful conversation other than, is that a conspiracy?
Yeah.
You know, yeah, but it's just having. We knew we was on the same page. We had the same level of awareness because we'd both done a lot of the research. We had that, you know, I've got a curious mind, a very curious mind, that when I see things that don't sit with me, and we've all got an intuition, that I question it, which then leads you kind of a bit down like the rabbit hole, but it also leads you to the truth. And as long as I'm breathing, I'll always seek the truth, want to know more. And getting to know myself is important as well. You know, the journey is about just not myself, of my capacities, what am I here for, what is my gifts, what am I here to do. So, and it's been a wonderful journey, some highs, some lows. Because sometimes you don't resonate with the same people anymore, but that's good. I love them all. But the good news is you start to resonate with people here to do the same work. They're in on that mission and they are speaking the truth. And we do it with love and kindness. And I don't do anything with like judgment or, you know, it's not my intention. It's one to share what's really going on. But for those that are willing to listen, for those that are ready for to transform their life. And yeah, so that's how we kind of really got to know each other and meet each other. And, you know, Michael having a great big heart has been a blessing along the way because he's here for humanity. And that's what I love. It's about having this passion in life to help others. It's not the materialistic side, it's what's inside, which is really important. It's touching those, the inside, and going to the heart of somebody and helping them grow emotionally, mentally, spiritually, in any area. So, you know, if anyone that's listening, we welcome you all. If you're willing to make the change, if you want to know the truth more about any area of your life, this is a place where we can come together, we can share experiences, you know, but we're going to help you along the way by just guiding you every step of the way.
Oh, that's lovely. You make me want to cry. You're such a lovely person. What I love about you is that you're a person of action. You, like you said, you're a truth seeker, someone who doesn't just accept the things that's said to him. You put it into practice, and there's not many people that I know. You know, I went through a lot of the spiritual groups and stuff like that, and what I found was most people are just, there's a lot of information that's just being shared where people kind of latch on to one thing to the next, but they don't really sort of put any effort to sort of see, to trial it out, you know. But you've always been someone that's taken the necessary step and actually tried out these things to see if it is right. And it's really inspiring. And we've had lots of spiritual experiences together. I mean, it's been a wild ride, to be fair, and we've changed so much. You've always been, you're like my witness as well, so you've been there since the beginning, really, of my awakening. You know, when I kind of like prayed to God, please just help me. Like, I was on my last leg, really. I'd had enough, really, of life. I didn't really think people really cared. I felt different to everyone. Couldn't really understand the way people thought, and there was no like collaborative approach to things. And you know, I was a fun person. Like, I've lived abroad and stuff like that. Like, you're someone that's had so many different experiences, and we will, you know, at some point we'll talk more about our experiences and, you know, how we've got to here, basically.
We didn't just arrive here, did we?
No, we didn't.
We didn't. We wasn't born with a silver, as I say, with a silver spoon in my mouth. Had none of that. I've been through a real journey, some of the most amazing experiences, and some of the most, you know, that's all part of the journey. It's what I learned along that way, and that's what's important, is it? So I'm not the victim of my story. I'm no longer, you know, they're just part of the journey. Chapter of the book, but it's the real journey is who we've become along the way, and that's what's so exciting, is the journey ahead of us, where we're going. Will you follow us?
Yeah. So join the channel. Anyone can. We'll obviously put out information where people can contact us and people can join the family. We just want to uplift humanity. We want to share our experience and our wisdom that God's given us. And you know, luckily, me and Laurie, we went through lots of different spirituality and stuff. And, you know, our brother Gideon come into our lives and really helps sort of transform us in a short space of time. And that was just through faith, really. Learn more about what God's purpose is. You know, Gideon, someone who again was struggling, lives in Ghana. You know, he was his last legs as well. He just, you know, got to the point where he'd had enough, and God come into his life. It's kind of like the process, really, where everyone who feels depressed, anxiety, things like that, you're searching for something. You're always searching. There's a lot of people in the world where, you know, like Laurie said, You know, where you think about materialistic things, you could have like, you know, you could have all the money in the world, but if you don't understand the purpose of why you're here, then you're always going to feel that, you know, that kind of like you're searching for something, or you know, you're going to feel depressed, you know, which we've all gone through. We've all gone through depression and, you know, had experiences, mental health issues where just, you know, just feeling down, feeling low, things like that. And the more that we actually express these things and talk to one another, the more we realise we've all gone through it. We're all trying to search for the same thing. And when me and Laurie got baptised, we didn't get baptised in the usual way as well. We got baptised by the Holy Fire. So Gideon is someone who's got lots of spiritual gifts. I always had gifts as well. Laurie's got gifts. She's always had gifts. We're children of God, and we're here for a particular role. And we've got like childlike hearts, and we really want to help humanity in every way possible. Really, we sacrifice a lot of ourselves for others, because we always just feel like it's the right thing to do. But we're learning to have balance and to control our emotions and to understand exactly why it is that we're here. And when we got baptised, we was then able to. It sort of all naturally happened, all on the full moon, wasn't planned. You know, my brother Quinn got baptised by Gideon. Then Gideon started to get more spiritual gifts. He's got a gift of prophecies and foresight. He knows things about people. He can read people and tell you things that you don't even know about yourself, sort of thing. So there's a before baptism and there's a after baptism life, right? And it shows the difference of activating your Holy Spirit and how when you have the presence of God, like God basically wants us to have choice and free will, right? To make the good choices or the bad choices. It's down to us. He comes into our lives and gives us the signs, the synchronicities, the wonders, the experiences for us to see that God is ever present and actively watching all of us and knows every one of us. And it was really powerful to experience it. I never thought. There was a build up to the baptisms that we had where we had to prepare for it. It wasn't like we're just going to go and get baptized and not understand it and stuff like that. We had to really have faith in what we were doing and what Gideon was doing. And he told us things before they were going to happen and stuff like that. And with me, my head was always, I'd say like, you know, like ADHD or whatever people want to call it, but it's like a superpower. Like my brain, I'd have like so many different thoughts, and I'd be jumping from one to the next. And then when I got baptized, it was like, you know, so I think I said it was like going into a loud club, like for 10 hours and coming out of the club in the morning, and just having that eerie silence. There was like a deafening silence, and I just felt at peace. And what God wants for us is to have inner peace and harmony. That's the main aspect of all this about. We don't need to do physical tasks all the time. The spirit realm is connected to Earth and why we're here and our purpose, and you know, there's a lot to come, and we're really appreciative of the experience. And I think
So until the next time. My name's Lorraine Traquair. They call me the fairy godmother. Until the next time, speak soon.